Alright, we're back at it again with the Sketchy Cuda project. I haven't posted a video in a long time due to work and things of this nature. My computer, due to OneDrive, the cloud's all full and I don't know how to do anything with that. So I'm going to try to do this on this camera, one take shot, and see if I can pull it directly off this camera and post this video for you to show you some of the updates on old Sketchy. So here we go. Okay, so there it is. Now over here real quick, we're starting to work on the splash shields, cutting out the bed. We got a lot to go and that one is like roached, but we will get it fixed. Anyway, coming over to old Sketchy. I got a little mock up there with the grill, just kind of show you that. Got the bumper brackets in, valance is in. Look down the car there. The passenger side seemed to be the worst fiberglass. We had to add some down at the bottom here. Okay. A lot of things are not provided for you when you buy these fiberglass body panels. One thing in particular, which really is needed to help hold the thing down. If you look up in there, you'll see there's a bolt. We had to glass that bolt in order to, because the factory fender has that. All right, so that glass that in. So that works. Come around to the front header, 2 bolts here. In the factory, there, you run a bolt through and there's welded in nuts. You don't have that here. Same here. Same here. So we had to drill holes. Now you can kind of reach your hand up in here and get nuts in. Here you cannot because of how tight this is through here. That's not really possible. And we devised, we put a couple holes up in there that you can stick a wrench up in there. You can see coming over here, once that's done, you put that bezel in there, you won't see that. Out of sight. Okay. Let me raise this hood. Well, let's keep looking here real quick. Sorry. Come down this side. Alright, so we got the fiberglass fenders on. And that's why we're working on the splash shields. Still got a little bit more work to do, but we feel confident where they are as far as placement in order to start working on the splash shields. Okay, coming down here. I don't know if I ever showed that I've got the trunk done. Let's come over here. Still got my screwdriver. Okay, let me get a flashlight real quick. Sorry. Bear with me. Yeah, let me get my flashlight here. As you see, we've undercoated and got all the components on, welded in. It's all looking real nice back here. I do have the gas tank and all the components I need for that. Okay. So that's pretty much done and ready. Underneath, let's look at what we did underneath. Let me crawl up underneath here real quick. And we'll get back up to the front end and some of the problems with that. Okay. So underneath, we welded in torque boxes, both rear and front, that you can see there with the hole. Okay. Now Jamie's Dead Dodge Garage had welded some of these in a duster, and this comes with a split here. He had welded his prior to installation, and he fought like heck to get these in. And I thought, well, don't weld this yet. and they did go in a lot easier because it allows this to move around. So after you weld everything, your last weld should be this after everything's set. Did a bunch of undercoating and spreading caulk by a seam sealer. If you can see, don't mind the messiness of the seam sealer. That's on me. This thing originally had the other guy had put some kind of homemade type frame rails in there, subframe connectors, and they were just kind of floating there. They didn't really attach to the floor pan, so we boxed it in there, and then boxed it in up front, yeah, to kind of make it more like a subframe connector, and that's done on both sides. Okay. The wheel wells have all been undercoated and everything. Everything's cleaned up in the wheel wells. Can't really show you that obviously because, yeah, of course, you know, that's where I had the seam sealer. I welded again to the subframe connectors. Okay, let's come over here. Let's try to open this up. Oh, my man Dave's got me. Dave's got me. There you go. Hell yeah. As you can see, it's hinged now. We have to figure out either spring or probably a prop stick. Okay, so we got it's all bolted down. A lot of difference between the driver's side and the passenger. Passenger being not quite as nice. Got these installed with metal brackets to back it up. And what else? Yes, when this fiberglass comes, it doesn't make it out to where you got to bolt up. So we just kind of made our own bolt here and just bolted it this way, as well as one there just to hold it, because you know it's held down up here. So we just pop one in there. We'll paint that up real nice and black so you won't see it. But there it is, looking pretty good. Just a reminder for those, this is U.S. body fiberglass out of Florida. Okay. Let me shut this down, get it shut down real quick. Put our stick back. All right, one last peek at her. And I do have the bumpers. I had the bumper one earlier. So just want a quick walk around. She's coming along. Won't be long before we start, spreading the skim coat of filler on it to straighten it all out real nice. But there you go. Let me spin this around here. Oh, sorry. Alright, well that'll be the end of this video. Just a little quickie video to let you know I'm still here, still getting it done. The project does still continue. So we'll see you on the next episode of Sketchy Cuda Project later.